Hey guys, it's Darlene from Sitting for Carrots, and today I want to talk to you about chemical-free shampoo and conditioner. This is my current routine. When I switched to chemical-free hair care, I did start with no poo, which typically refers to baking soda, using baking soda as your cleanser, and then using vinegar as a rinse. So I still use the same rinse formula, but the shampoo has changed. So whatever shampoo you're currently using, I would run over to the EWG website, which I will link below, and check it out and see what grade it gets. Anywhere from an A to an F score, for whatever you're looking up. And it's pretty scary, the ingredients in most shampoos and conditioners. So I would definitely start there, unless you already DIY and use chemical-free shampoo, etc. So let me talk about my hair first, because I think it's important when you're looking up recipes and you're starting to do your own stuff, to know whoever is telling you the recipe or whatever, like, to compare your hair, because it may not work exactly the same. So let's start with my scalp. So it could be dry and oily all at the same time. In the winter, I typically used to get very dry scalp, but my hair will get really oily really fast. So my hair, I have a lot of hair, but the actual strands are very thin. So that's something else to think about. My ends used to get super dry really, really fast. But now they seem like they're not drying up and splitting as much since I've switched to this routine. So let's get right into the shampoo recipe. So this recipe is actually by Lindsay Gromont over at Homemade Mommy, and I'm going to link her blog post down below. The only real difference in my recipe is that I typically don't use the rosemary and the peppermint. I usually use other essential oil blends or singles. Sometimes I'll mix those together. So it just depends on what I have, what scent I'm in the mood for, and so forth. So let's get right to the recipe. So I have an old bottle of Castile soap. I actually use the same one for the shampoo that I keep it in. It's the unscented Baby Mild. So you're going to take the top off of that. You can use whatever bottle you want for this. And then I already have my water poured out. It's 50-50 Castile soap and water. So I have the 50% of water, and then I'm just going to pour the soap in to bring it to, I'm going to do just actually a touch under the cup, because I know it kind of suds up and then it doesn't all fit in there typically. And then I'm just going to get a funnel and we'll pour it in. And like I said, it'll suds up a little bit. Definitely take the top off the Castile soap, because it's very, very thin. And if you're trying to pour it from one bottle into the other, I can't tell you how many messes I made making this shampoo, until I finally realized you just need to do it different. So there we have the shampoo solution. And then today I'm going to use Joy oil. There's a couple of reasons why. Why not wash your hair with something called Joy, right? When I smell it, it's really floral. It really puts me in a happy place. And I think, especially if you wash your hair in the morning, what a great way to wake up, especially maybe on a Monday morning. But Joy also, even though like it makes me happy, like it's definitely for me a calming oil, but you may react to it different. So just pick the oils that you like or you want to combine. I'm going to do 5 to 7 drops of the Joy, just because it's a kind of a heavier scent. But you could do anything from 5 to 20 drops. It just depends on kind of your goals, how heavily scented you want it, and depends on how heavily scented the actual oil is, like how strong the smell is. So I'm going to do 7. And that's it. And then you just put the top on. And to disperse the essential oil, I'll just turn it over a few times and that's fine. And we are done with that. So this is very, very gentle on your hair. When I was doing the baking soda, I really missed the sudsing of the shampoo. I don't know what it is about that. It just feels like it's getting clean. And so it'll suds up a good amount. It's not super sudsy. You could play around with the water and soap mixture if you wanted. If you didn't feel like it was sudsy enough or too sudsy for your taste, you could definitely do that. But it cleans really well. And it's just very, very mild. It's not harsh at all. I really love it. And I get lots of compliments on my hair. I kind of always have, but especially since I switched to this, I've had tons of comments about how healthy it looks and how shiny it is. And so it really takes kind of the natural curl and it's a lot less frizzy. So I love it. You should try it. So let's move on to my conditioning rinse. So all it is 50-50 apple cider vinegar and water, and that's it. And then I will add essential oils depending on my goal or what I think smells nice, just depending on, what I feel like doing that day. So I would, you can use the unfiltered apple cider vinegar from Trader Joe's, or you can use my favorite, which I just don't have on hand because I'm not finding it in the store, or I happen to be at Trader Joe's too. They don't have it, but the raw and filtered Bragg's. This is not raw, it's pasteurized, and I prefer to use the other one, but this works perfectly fine as far as conditioning your hair. So let's talk about vinegar for a second. So vinegar is acidic, right? But in our bodies, on our bodies, it's actually alkaline and softening. So that's why vinegar will be used for acid reflux or, digestive health. You can use it in your laundry to soften clothes. And that's exactly what it does here. It softens the hair. So what I do is I spray it all over my scalp and my hair, really making sure to get the ends of my hair. And I let it sit for a couple of minutes while I wash myself, and that's it. Then I rinse it out. You can super play with the dilution. I know people who do 90% water, 10% of the vinegar. I know people who do almost all vinegar. It really just depends on your hair and what you're finding. If you're spraying it in your hair and you're only leaving it in for a couple of minutes and then you get out and it dries and it seems really oily, then you just need to cut back on how much vinegar you're using. And let's talk about the essential oils. So when you're making DIYs, you can do this or not, but I really like to use my third-party reference guide. And in this one, it specifically has all of the essential oils listed, and then it tells you what it's going to support. So it could support the nervous system, the cardiovascular system, the respiratory system, the digestive system, on. And it has the last category is skin and hair. And so since I'm making shampoos and conditioners, I really want to use something that's going to support that. You can get more detailed, dry skin, oily skin, aging skin, so it depends on your goal. So here are some examples. So Mandarin, Melaleuca, Melissa, Melrose. These are all M's. Can you tell it's in alphabetical order? Myrrh, orange, so citrus. What else? Palmarosa, patchouli, peppermint. So the list goes on and on. So depending on what you want to do. So I actually will use cedarwood a lot, which I don't have sitting here, just because it's great for the skin. And I would get winter scalp and it would get dry. And I didn't even notice until we were really into the winter season. Okay, I live in Northern California, right? So I'm not in freezing weather, but you go from a heated house to the freezing outside. Okay, not freezing like 50 degrees. And then you get in your heated car and go to a heated building. And it's so much for your skin and your scalp to handle. But I noticed we were well into the cold season and my scalp never did get itchy or dry. And it's definitely the shampoo and the vinegar and the essential oils, it makes a huge difference. So Sometimes I'll put lavender in it. I'll put anywhere from 10 to 20 drops in that big 32-ounce bottle solution. Lavender is amazing for the skin. Frankincense is amazing for the skin. I'll throw that in there. I've even put thieves in there. It just depends. You know, your body is really smart. So listen to it. If you're like, oh, I'm really drawn to thieves today, while I'm making my conditioner rinse, throw that in there. See what happens. Peppermint, very, very good for the scalp. It's feels really, really good on the skin and the scalp. It's just, it makes your skin kind of feel alive, you know. So that one's really, really good. I've even thrown Joy in my conditioner mix. So it's just like whatever you're feeling, whatever your goal is, so on and so forth. So I hope this video was helpful. I can't wait to hear how you do natural hair care. If you try anything that I've mentioned in this video, I would love to hear about it. So comment below, and thank you so much for joining me, guys. Bye.